Hello everyone, welcome to Ash's Whiskey Wars. For today's episode of the NeckPour, we've got an Islay. Now I've not bought an Islay in quite some time, but today's Islay is going to be a Caol Ila, and it's a Distillers Edition, which I think this is only the second Distillers Edition that I've ever bought. Earlier this year I bought the Talisker Distillers Edition, and this time it's the Caol Ila one. Bottled at 43%, just like the Caol Ila 12. I would imagine as well this one is probably also a similar age to the Caol Ila 12 that's then matured in wine casks. And the wine casks in question is going to be, it says here, doubled matured in Muscatel seasoned American oak casks. Now, I do really enjoy Caol Ila, but I must admit, I drank my Caol Ilas quite some time ago, and I've not had a Caol Ila in a while. And I believe their core range, it's simply the Mock, the 12, and this Distillers Edition. Now I picked this one up on sale, so I'll talk about that at the end of the video, which is why I eventually picked it up. Let's get this one open. Do let me know in the comments down below, guys, did you pick up anything over Black Friday and Christmas? If so, what whiskies did you end up buying? I'd really like to know. This is the time of year where I just go crazy with whiskey buys, and probably won't buy anything for a number of months after this. Okay, let's get the cork popped. Nice cork pop, nice initial nose there. Definitely reminded me of Caol Ila. Shock. That smells good. I must admit the whiskey is still really cold because it's just arrived in the post now. Got to warm it up a little bit. I'm so impatient. I'm so impatient. Okay, straight away those lemon boiled sweets are coming through on the palate. And someone's dustbin has just blown over in the wind. Storm Dara, I think that's how you pronounce it, is here today, guys. So 93 mile an hour winds. It's going a bit crazy, but luckily I'm not too affected where I am. Hopefully it's not bad where you guys are. Medicinal notes and lemon boiled sweets with that earthy but soft and sweet earthy peat. It is nice. I do like a Caol Ila. Strangely enough, I'm not picking up the wine cask on this. So I probably will more on the taste, to be honest with you, but it's definitely not dominating the cask on the nose straight away. Yeah, do you know, honestly, I really need to war this with the 12-year-old side by side, because it's one of these things where on a NeckPour with a first impression, you might not really pick up too much of that sherry or wine finish influence. But then when you have it side by side with another whiskey that doesn't have that same wine influence, you really do pick up the wine influence. And it does come across sweet, so I know there's something there. But it's not going to be a really fruity whiskey at all. I think you're going to nose this and it's unmistakably Caol Ila, which is good, actually. That is a good thing probably for a Distillers Edition. Seems to be Caol Ila 12 for me on the nose seemed to give me a bit more of a floral, grassy nature. And I don't get any of that on this whiskey, but I do get the same lemon boiled sweets and medicinal notes. Maybe a little bit of black pepper there on the nose. A little bit of oak as well. Oak and pepper. Something a little bit herbal now as well. But again, you're thinking fruity, and no. Okay, let's dig into this on the taste. But before we do, guys, if you would be so kind as to click the like button, share the video, and also click that subscribe button if you haven't already, that'd be really appreciated. Thank you. A lot of plasters on the nose, but something which I don't like, it's this candied red fruit. Comes across a little bit like a glacé cherry, that really heavily sugared cherry, which I really don't like. which goes with that lemon boiled sweet vibe, but it mixes with a bit of eucalyptus and a little bit of, a lot of plasters. Okay, taste time. Much better on the taste. More oak and pepper on that taste. A little bit of spiciness through, which you don't really expect too much if you've had the other two Caol Ilas. Do you know, I know this is the NeckPour and it's first impressions, but I just really want to do a Caol Ila vertical with the 3 that I have, the Mock, the 12 and this. Because this is the most expensive one, but it might be my least favourite. Early days, I know, very early days, but slightly underwhelmed, I have to be honest. There's a real bitter element to the whiskey that comes with that sweetness. I'm just not sure this works. The sweetness comes across like a barbecue, like a pineapple barbecue sauce kind of esque. That's really what I'm getting actually. It's pineapple barbecue sauce. So that little bit of sweetness, but it's nothing red fruity. There is that meaty, grilled meat kind of vibe though on the whiskey too, which I don't get on other Caol Ilas or the Portskeg. So I do think this is a very different Caol Ila. I'm very surprised, honestly. I've been caught out with this actually because it's not how I thought it would be going in. But I do think I've nailed it with that pineapple barbecue sauce. But a lot of menthol mixed in. It's weird, it's strange. It's kind of thrown me off a little bit. Salted, peppered steak. Salted, peppered barbecue steak with a flamed pineapple ring on top. With menthol plasters, a little bit of honey, but not much, and earthy peat in there as well. It still has that soft, sweet, earthy peat and smoke that you get in Caol Ila as compared to other Islers. But this does verge a touch more Islay than the Caol Ilas do. Although, a few sips in, a bit of honey and black pepper with that gentle peat. It's not bad. It's not bad. There's a real damp moss. I think damp moss is a really good explanation for this whiskey actually. With some lemon peels thrown on top. So I do have to give it credit for giving me something different to what a normal Caol Ila did give me. There's something touching a fruit in the background, but honestly, to say it's fruity would be a lie. I was expecting more fruits. I wouldn't say that's a strong note in the whiskey, but it's just something if you really think you can go, okay, I can detect something, but it comes across like a candied fruit. Nothing quite artificial, nothing natural to it about it, but the mossiness I like that damp, little tiny bit salted moss with lemon peel. It's nowhere near as floral as other Caol Ilas I've had, and it's not as light and refreshing as other Caol Ilas that I've had. The Mock seems to be the lightest and cleanest. The 12 seems to have more honey to it. More florals as well. This is different, it's a bit more mossy. I think from memory I'd prefer the other two, but do make sure you subscribe to the channel guys, because I am going to film a vertical for the Mock, the 12 and this Distillers Edition, and I think I'll also throw the Portskeg in as well. But what I do know is this is priced the highest out of all of them. So since I've mentioned price, the RRP of this whiskey does vary in the UK from £70 to £90. Now clearly for £90 guys, I would just say stay way away. Really, that would be my advice. Having said that, I picked this whiskey up for £49 Black Friday. For that money, I just feel like, okay, I've picked up a Caol Ila and it's given me something different. Again, do wait for an in-depth review that I will do in the next month or two, so make sure you subscribe for that. And also the review against the other Caol Ilas. I'm excited to do that. NeckPour is a tricky thing. You can have a NeckPour sometimes and the whiskey just develops and gets so much better. And you get new notes, and those 1 or 2 new notes can change the whiskey completely for you. So I'm not writing it completely off, but I will say that I'm a little deflated on today's episode of the NeckPour. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the NeckPour. This was the Caol Ila Distillers Edition, and as you can clearly see, I am not thrilled about this whiskey so far. If you enjoyed the video, if you like the video, please like the video and click that share button as well and that subscribe button. If you would like to support the channel, I do have a Patreon and also a PayPal account linked below, where all proceeds go straight back into the whiskey to film for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all for the next Whiskey War.